Hey guys, this is Lenny with Live the Adventure. Today we are covering traps and snares this month. There's 5 tips I wanted to go over, which are actually covered in the SAS handbook. It's a really good book. If any of you have not got that book and read it, it's a good book for reference, for anything, just for honing your outdoor skills. First thing, when you're out in the woods, make sure that you do not disturb the area that you are trapping in. Animals have much better senses than humans do, and they notice things when they're out of place, or if there's human tracks that are coming through an area where an animal has frequently been traveling. So rule number 1 is to not disturb the environment which you are trapping in. If you do that, you're going to have a harder time catching animals. Rule number 2, hide your scent. One of the biggest problems that you see with novice trappers is they do not hide their scent. I almost always go out into the woods with gloves just because I like to wear them when I'm working with things, working with wood, get my hands all dirty. I like to keep things a little bit cleaner. Most people do this as well. So what's the first thing that is going through your trap when an animal is coming through it? It's going to be their nose. It's going to be the first thing that they smell out of place is human scent on your snare or on your trap, whatever you've set up. So animals are very good at smelling. They have some of the best senses out there. If you do not have gloves, let's say you get in the woods, you're stuck, you don't have gloves, you're making snares to try and feed yourself to survive. One way you can do this is you can actually use your campfire smoke to mask the human smell. And animals, they do fear smoke, but they're familiar with the smell. So smelling it isn't going to necessarily run them away like a human smell would. So that's rule number 2. Rule number 3 is that you need to camouflage your snares. When I say camouflage, when you have a piece of wood that you're cutting and you've freshly cut this piece of wood, it's much more noticeable. Animals will see that. So what you can do is get a little bit of mud, a little bit of dirt, rub it into that freshly cut wood, and that'll just camouflage it, make it look like it's not out of place. And all of these rules are very important. Rule number 5, I would say, is one of the most important, and that is to make your snares, your traps strong. The animal that gets caught in your trap is going to be fighting for its life. It is going to use every ounce of strength it has to try and get free of that snare or that trap. And if you did not make a good trap, that animal will get away and you will be out of a meal. Next, we're going to cover building some traps. So stay tuned for that, and you can stay tuned by subscribing up above. Thanks for joining Live the Adventure. See you guys.